What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we are going to be talking about the Trident in the Combat Snapshot. So the Trident is a very interesting weapon. I don't know, it's known for its long reach but kind of slow attack range or attack speed. And yeah, let's just get into the basic stats. So in the Combat Snapshot, Trident's the attack speed is increased to 2 from 1.1. So this is what it looks like if you hold it down, and then if you time it. I'm kind of bad at timing, but you can see it's slightly faster. And they decreased melee attack damage from 9 to 7, so it does 1 heart less, which will come up later. I'll talk about that. And buffed attack reach from 3.5 to 3. If I summon a zombie here, and I go back, let's see, 1, 2, 3 and a half. You can see I can hit it. And if you go back 1 more from the charged attack, that's 4 blocks reach, which it's kind of crazy. So if you're, I don't know, if you're fighting against a new player, or like most new players don't expect the super long range. There's just something to keep in mind. Like it has pretty insane range compared to like normal weapons in like normal Minecraft. And they made another change, so now you can actually shoot tridents from dispensers, which you couldn't do before. So that's not, I don't know, it's not something huge. It's just an interesting thing. And another really interesting change is if you throw a loyalty trident into the void, it'll actually come back. That didn't happen before. So like if you were fighting the Ender Dragon with a trident and you accidentally threw it into the void, that trident would just be gone. But that is no longer the case. You can throw your tridents into the void as much as you want. So that's pretty cool. But the third change is actually even more interesting. So you can see if I summon in another zombie, here we go. And it takes 2 hits to crit it. And then just 3 normal hits to kill it. But this is, you can see this is an Impaling 5 trident. But if I set Weather Rain, and just wait for the rain to come down, you can kill it in 2. But if you actually, okay, so if I summon this in, and I do data, get entity, and then that thing, and then health, you can see it is 20 health. If I hit it again, it has like less than a half a heart of damage after 1 hit. That did not happen before. So Impaling is now kind of crazy. So Impaling now deals damage to all mobs that are in water or rain. Previously it only did it to like fish and stuff, but now it's kind of crazy. So the Impaling enchantment adds 2.5 damage, so 1.25 hearts each, like for each level. So if you have Impaling 5, that adds 6.25 hearts or 12.5 damage. Which means that in normal Minecraft, the Trident would do 21.5 damage, which is enough to one-shot things with 20 health, which is like zombies and skeletons and players and stuff. But in this version, since it does 2 damage less and 1 heart less, so it actually only does like 9.75 hearts, which is like 19.5 damage. So it gets it down to like half of a heart. But then if you throw it, you can see you can one-shot things, because the throwing damage isn't reduced. The throwing damage is, if you have Impaling 5, is 21.5. So that's kind of crazy. And just for a normal Trident, that does 8 damage. So it would take 3 hits. So yeah, those are all the changes to Tridents. Now we can just talk strategy. So a lot of strategy comes with the Trident's like super long range and kind of slow attack speed. So first of all, if you're chasing someone and you have the charged attack, you can probably hit them like if they're within 4 blocks, and most people don't expect you to be able to hit them from there. So like if you're chasing someone, then you can do that. But make sure that you just like attack in the air once before you hit them, because like the first hit you do while sprinting does more knockback, and you want to do like less knockback so you can keep hitting it. Just keep that in mind. Another thing tridents can be used for, so imagine you're like stuck in a combo and you want to get out, so you just turn around and start running, and they get a couple extra hits on you, so that's not great. But if you have a trident, you can turn around and throw it at them. And then that'll do a bit of knockback, and then you can start a combo if you have like a sword or something. So that's another thing Tridents can be used for. They also kind of serve the same purpose as fishing rods in 1.8 or like snowballs. So, but their Tridents and snowballs, they're obviously a bit different. So it takes half a second, or 500 milliseconds, or 10 ticks to completely charge up a Trident, which you can be attacked once with an axe with, or like once with a sword, and if they're good, probably more. But but with snowballs, snowballs have 4 ticks of delay, but you can just immediately attack once. You don't have to be initial delay. But if you want to throw multiple, they have a 4-tick delay, which is 200 milliseconds, which is like less than half that of a Trident. So, snowballs, they're obviously better, but if your kit doesn't have them, you could just use a Trident for this purpose. Also, if you're really good at charge hit combos, those can also work. So, because of their pretty insane range, if you're good, I'm not that good at charge hit combos, but you can get people in pretty insane charge hit combos. It might be better to just use a sword, though, just because it does, like, more DPS, and it's easier, I guess. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. And keep in mind that, at least in the Combat Reforged current kit for FFA, which is basically like the main server for the Combat Test Snapshot, which you should totally join. Play.combatreforged.com, you should play on it. But so you can see this is the kit. So Tridents, they do 7 attack damage. The sword does 7 attack damage. They do the same. And then the Netherite axe does 9 attack damage. So Tridents, right, like in the kit, they're basically just a worse sword. So yeah, Tridents, they have very few use cases. They're not that useful in the current kit, but in just general PvP or something, they could be useful in the situations I've described. But yeah, that'll about do it for this video. Make sure to subscribe and like and comment and do all the things so you don't miss my next video, because I plan to continue this series with doing tutorials on how to use each weapon in the Combat Snapshot. So yeah, stay tuned. Bye!